Sometimes I feel like a mother's child. Sometimes I feel like a mother's child. Never since the creation of the United Nations, since the Declaration of Human Rights, never have we needed the example of someone like Dr. Tonelli as we do today. From a home a long ways from my home, true believer, a long ways from a home, a long ways.
I come from Italy. I left my country when I was 25 years of age. I got a chance to come to Kenya to teach in a school. In 1970, I moved out to the desert. I was looking for the most abandoned people, had a sort of ideal in my mind. I wanted to give my life to the most abandoned. So when I was out in the desert, the most abandoned were the TB patients. So I started, to go deep into the knowledge of the disease and the study, and I started, small trials, attempts at helping them. This TB Magnata is a policy which I created in 1976, and it was for the nomads of northeastern province of Kenya, the Somalis, camel herders, but truly nomads. Magnata means a village of local traditional huts. We started to ask the nomads to settle in a compound and to stay with us for the whole period of treatment. With little money input, you cure and you give back life, to people. It's fantastic. We believe that this period of treatment, 6 months, up to 8 months, sometimes 9 months, is a beautiful opportunity for the patients to grow into better human beings. Many of the patients, when they come, most of them are illiterate. So there is a school for adult literacy, Somali, arithmetic, Arabic, Quranic teaching, and another one of English. The key of success in TB is to cure the patient so that the disease is not spread anymore. And you cure the patient when you can really help the patient in all possible ways. The patients, they develop, psychological reactions, medical complications, they develop, social problems. If you succeed in taking care of their problems for the period of treatment, the patients will comply. And compliance is the key. But this is very difficult to obtain because of the stigma. When I go to the villages and I talk to the patients, I couldn't even mention the word tuberculosis. I had to say maybe, do you have chest pain? Do you sweat at night, And when I say, is there any history of cough in your family? They say, shakoku malihin. This is not your business. It's not part of our family. It doesn't exist. Shakoku malihin. Here in Borama, I didn't put out a board TB Magnata. I put Bismillah Magnata, in the name of God Magnata, because the patient would have never have accepted, the word TB. We are trying to get rid of the stigma, but it's a long way, a very, very long way. Because it's close to us, they're all the Gurs, the same tribe, and maybe we should really... TB has been with the Somalis forever. It's the biggest public health hazard of Somalis. I had patients who could say, ancestor so-and-so, ancestor so-and-so, all died of a cough, all died of TB. So for the Somalis, it's a sign that you have committed a sin, and God is punishing you with the tuberculosis. But now the cure is here, so what's the problem, TB must absolutely become a disease like all the others. Somalis are poets, so we decided to use this role play, this drama, which is a typical part of Somali culture. The messages, they go through directly, to the minds of the people, because the people listen to them more than they can listen to medical stuff, much more. Ma ti malinterpreto. She's shy. Now, as you make a breakthrough, then patients start to talk about their symptoms. Non ha voluto. When in the morning we announce all the patients who are negative, and maybe one positive out of 10, 20 negative, they start to shout at us and they say, you are unable to diagnose us. I have TB, why don't you treat me? You have to treat me. And also they have come to realize that TB can affect many parts of the body. And so, whatever problem they have, they hope it is tuberculosis, because they have seen 5,000 people flourish under their eyes, these years, and being cured, and they want to be cured. So the breakthrough has been done, in full. At the same time, while we give out drugs, all the time we talk to the patient. So it's like counseling, it's a friendly, type of relationship, extremely friendly, because we are full of human sympathy, of course, for them. They are the big sufferers. They are really the big sufferers.
It is people like Dr. Tonelli who is there to remind us we are all the United Nations. So when you hear people say the United Nations is not doing its job, it means that we are not doing our job. We are not committed enough to those principles on which these organizations have been founded. Because in our daily lives, with all the distractions that we have, it is so easy for us to give up. It is so easy for us to say, it doesn't matter what I do. But she's doing something on a day-to-day basis, and everything she does matters.
There is nothing which matters for me. No personal interest, no career, no nothing, absolutely nothing. Only to serve God and the poor. I don't need anything, I don't have a salary. I live with what my friends send for the patients. It's a very, very simple life. It would be wrong to say poor, because of course I have a family behind. I have my brothers, my sisters, they are my wealth. And it's all given to the others, and I want to continue like this up to the last day of my life. Everybody, what I see, people, they come to me, they open themselves much more than to anybody else, even if we don't belong to the same race, even if we don't speak the same language, but I'm with them. They find understanding and sympathy and a lot of care. They can rely on me. So, of course, you succeed if you talk of success. You have to, because you give yourself totally, with your limits. I have a lot of limits as a human being, but you give totally, and you don't keep anything for yourself. And so... I would love to be able to encourage other people to follow this way. But life in our societies tends to take away people from this type of choice. And it seems a very difficult choice of life. But on the other hand, if you live it, it is not. It appears from outside, but it isn't. And it is extremely fulfilling, and really it gives you happiness in life. Very often I feel it's so much what I have that I feel, but I'm ready to die. It's impossible that there should be more than this fulfillment.
Sometimes I feel like a mother's child, a long ways from a home.